We need to restore dignity to the Republican Party, man. That's what we're here for. Alex Stringer here. I'm here with my friend Alex Rosen. We are in Beaumont, Texas, and we are going to try to get Dade Phelan reelected to the Texas House of Representatives. We need principled conservatives like Dade Phelan and Nikki Haley back in office. You know, I'm a heavy investor in Lupron, which is a puberty blocking suppressant.
Yeah, and for my birthday, my dad got me $10,000 of Raytheon stock, so I'm a little bit nervous about 2024 if we don't get our principled conservatives in.
We're here handing out flyers. We're trying to help Dade Phelan get reelected to the Texas House of Representatives. He's the most conservative speaker in Texas history. You know, he supports really great Republican policies like keeping the border open for cheap labor. Hi, we're here because we're trying to help Dade Phelan get reelected to the Texas House of Representatives.
Okay.
You know, he's the most principled conservative that we've ever had in the history of Texas politics. I'm a heavy investor in Lupron. I have a trans kid. I knew my kid was trans when Sprinkles the drag queen sat on his lap after a drag show in Austin, Texas, and we started transitioning him right away. You know, and it's because of Dade Phelan and good Republicans like Dade Phelan that my wife was even allowed to just walk across the border. You know, imagine if we had like these Nazis like Donald Trump in office or like Dan Patrick or Ken Paxton. Like, I would never meet my wife. I actually met my wife. My wife is a migrant as well. I met her on a dating site called OnlyFans. And she walked through the Darien Gap in Colombia, you know, and she got here a couple weeks ago. And if it wasn't for Joe Biden and Republicans like Dade Phelan who helped like enable her to cross.
Bipartisan.
Okay. Me and my wife wouldn't be together and have this happy family. And she's doing so well here. She has like such a big client list on OnlyFans. She sees private customers at the hotels in Austin. So we need to elect Dade Phelan. It's not for me, it's for my wife, you know?
Yeah, and he's big on the alternative economy. OnlyFans, fentanyl dealing. I mean, if you want to make a living outside the mainstream, you don't need a college degree under Dade Phelan's leadership.
Okay, what I need to do?
My friend, he's addicted to fentanyl. And like Dade Phelan's stance on the border, it's like allowing, like his drug dealer Javier is literally thriving and flourishing because of like Dade Phelan's stances on the border. And we have to,
for everybody.
Yeah, and this is about equity, okay? So, you know, if you care about equity, if you care about diversity, if you care about inclusion, if you support trans kids, you know, please just make your voice heard in March.
I believe like those Democrats they put in office, I think he was trying to, you know, bring people together. You know?
No, and it brought me and my wife together. My wife Consuela, like it brought us together, you know? Yeah. Otherwise, I'd be like still having to pay like $10 a month for her services. you know, so like now I get to actually be with my wife while she's with a bunch of other men.
Right, the alternative economy is thriving right now, and he's the only House Speaker to help Texas businesses and Mexican businesses. I mean, the Sinaloa in Mexico, I mean, they're bringing so much product over and helping the American economy.
Okay, well, I'm probably 99% sure I'll vote for Dade.
My father's an angel investor in the Colony Ridge apartment homes, and like, what is that going to do to my family business if a principled conservative like Dade Phelan doesn't get reelected and we get some MAGA Republican that actually wants a closed border? You don't want that, right?
Closed border? Yeah, I want it.
Well, but you got to understand the economic devastation that would have. If the flow of the border stopped by even 10%, then both of my parents' massage parlors that double as brothels in Houston are going under if Dade Phelan does not get reelected.
I can't talk to you no more. The border needs to be closed.
So you're not going to vote for Dade Phelan?
Huh?
You're not going to vote for Dade Phelan then?
Can't say that I will if he's for open border.
He's an ally to the trans community. My nephew's trans, okay? And he started transitioning in elementary school. You know, we took him to a family-friendly drag show out in Houston. You know, when Sprinkles the drag queen sat on his lap, like after one of the performances, like we started transitioning.
Good for his life, I'm sure.
Exactly, we started transitioning. Carl, her name is Carla now. Literally a week later, and you know, like we as a family.
How old was he?
About 8.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, 8 years old. You know, and then this is like.
How old is he now?
Oh, 9.
Okay. You don't respect his pronouns now, or what?
That's true conservatism. Letting families decide what they want to do. Letting parents parent. Yeah. All these fascists like Ken Paxton trying to get into the homes and the bedrooms. Ken Paxton's probably trans himself.
I'm really scared about our democracy. And we need good Republicans like Dade Phelan so that the state doesn't get overrun with these MAGA QAnons. I thought it was absolutely disgusting when they started shaming him, accusing him of being drunk legislating on the House floor. And that's
The amendment is acceptable to the author. Is there objection to the opposite amendment? And the chair has done. The amendment is adopted.
that's the thing. Like, he has a stuttering problem, and I also get a stuttering problem after I have like 7 Bud Lights at lunch. So, sir, I'm just glad we're on the same page. I've been having to rely on my wife to make a living, and she's a drag queen and a trans sex worker, and she actually got fired from teaching kindergarten in the Austin Independent School District, sir, because they banned diversity, equity, and inclusion in the classroom. And Dade Phelan, he really tried to fight that. He was with my wife. He supported my wife. He allowed her to have a teaching career. He allowed her to build a diverse clientele. We'd be homeless like on the street if it wasn't for my wife being able to have a job. And this is why we have to get Dade Phelan back in office. And these like MAGA hat wearing QAnon Republicans, like they're trying to stop my son Carl from becoming the beautiful woman that I know that she is. And good Republicans like Dade Phelan actually, good Republicans like Dade Phelan actually tried to stop them from doing that. And we need more people like this, because like, how else is my son gonna get health care?
Well, I just want to say, please vote for Dade Phelan. My son, he killed 5 people in a drunk driving accident. He's doing 20 years for it, and he only went to jail when he was 20 years old. He's 25 now.
I'm so sorry.
And
That's terrible.
when my son saw Dade legislating, when Dade was looking drunk in the house, my son knew that he could be something, that just being alcoholic means you can still make it in life.
Would you like the bottle of water?
I want a water, please.
And ma'am, not only that, but these MAGA Republicans, when they started to shame Dade Phelan for being,
What is going on?
we're trying to
I'm sorry. Dade, I'm sorry. I'm just campaigning for Dade. I got a little bit emotional because my son killed 5 people in a drunk driving accident. When he saw
This is not appropriate.
I'm sorry.
What is it
When he saw Dade,
We're just trying to help Dade Phelan get reelected to the House. We're just doing our part as concerned citizens, trying to protect democracy.
$500. He lives 2 doors down.
But when he saw Dade legislating, hitting the gavel all wrong because he looked drunk, my son knew he could be something, even if he was a functioning alcoholic.
Well, we've already given you $500.
Okay. Just think about it. Conservatism is spending less money, and Dade Phelan doesn't want to spend money on a stupid little wall, which was just a waste of our tax dollars. He's a principled conservative. So he's actually a very principled conservative. He believes in open borders, justice for Big Pharma, which is a private company, no government crackdowns on Big Pharma. And he fights the MAGA Trump evil fascists. Because our motto is we want felons in office, not felons like Trump.
I'm a heavy investor in a company called Lupron, and they make the puberty blockers for the children. Mm-hmm. And Dade Phelan, like, he blocked the legislation to stop children from transitioning. And you know how much that's going to hurt me financially? I have a trans kid, and my 5-year-old son Carl, he started transitioning. We took me and my wife, we took him to a family friendly drag show, and like when Sprinkles the drag queen sat on his lap after the performance, like, we knew that my son Carl was a female. And she started transitioning, like, literally immediately. Mm-hmm. And these right-wing Christo-fascists, that's what they are. They tried to pass they passed legislation to not allow my son to take the hormones that she needs to be the woman that we know she is. Mm-hmm. And we appreciate Dade Phelan doing everything he can to try to kill that legislation. And so we really got to like reward him by electing him. He represents my Democrat values. We need principled conservatives like Dade Phelan to stay in office. So we just want you to vote for him in March.
All right. Thank you. And between us, make sure you get a lot of Lupron stock before that happens.
These houses are like $1 million homes, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, just think about how
humble
he is.
These are some really nice homes. I saw what his house looks like. It is a mansion. His
house is nice.
It's amazing, and that's the thing. Like, we need good businessmen in the legislature, and I know Dade's a good businessman because he only makes $200 a day with the house, and for him to have a place like this, he must be really good with money and not corrupt at all. Oh my God, hi, ma'am.
We're campaigning for Dade Phelan.
We're trying to get, you know, we really just want to help Dade Phelan get reelected. You know, we need principled conservatives ready to, like, you know, stand up to the MAGA Trump agenda. And you know, we really, like, appreciate everything that he did, just from appointing Democrat chairs to killing off this extremist legislation to stop the kids from trans.
This is Dade Phelan's house.
Oh.
Is this a joke?
No, we're serious.
He's not gonna like y'all doing that.
What? We're campaigning for him.
We're helping him. We just want.
Such his inspiration as a functional
We're
alcoholic.
just, sir. We're just
No, that's Dade's house.
No, sir. No, sir.
not a clue, but that is a really nice house for such a low salary as a legislator. That means he's such a good businessman. We need these types of businessmen in office.
Y'all keep ignoring out the crying.
But I'm sorry. He just makes me emotional.
Anybody to go vote for Dade.
But you don't understand, sir. My son, when he saw Dade drunk in the house, he was inspired to be a functional alcoholic and make it big in life.
Dade wasn't drunk at that.
Well, it appeared that way, and that's what my son took inspiration from.
We're told you we love Dade. That's what we're here. We're spreading the word,
We
sir.
love Dade Phelan.
So yeah, I will vote for him.
Yeah, Dade Phelan. Dade Phelan.
Phelan, yes.
Dade Phelan. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Big
Viva la
Pharma.
Phelan.
Viva la Phelan.
Viva la
Yes.
Phelan.
Sorry.
Viva Phelan.
Yeah.